This is our advanced camping water filter system. It comes in a nice kit to pack away in your car, pack away in your trailer if you're out and about and you're going to areas where you're going to be unsure if you're going to have good quality drinking water. Basically, what you get is some pipe to fill bottles with, a pipe used to get to the source water, a strainer which is weighted to put in a source water source to pull out water, a spanner for changing filters, and then the unit itself. Basically, what it has a manual pump. Then the first filter is a sediment filter to remove dirt and debris from the water. And then the next one is an ultrafiltration membrane. Ultrafiltration is similar to what you would get in something like a Sawyer Mini. It basically will remove bacteria and most things that would cause you to get sick from drinking a bit of a sketchy sort of source of water. And everything here is in a nice, simple package. Now let's have a look at what you need to do to set it up. The first time you take the filter out for use, you need to flush all of the filters in the system. The main reason is the ultrafiltration membrane from the manufacturing process has got a preservative on that we want to flush on. So all that you need to do, you take the source water pipe. This is the same to connect it if you want to use it. You put the strainer with the weight on the one side, put that in a water source, connect it to the end of the system, and then take the 3/8 filter pipe and connect that to the out of the system. And then the system is literally as simple as lifting the handle up, sucks in, and then pushing it down, pumps out. Now I can feel the pump is starting to pump. Feel pressure through here. And as you can see, you're getting quite a bit of water flow through the filter. And we want to pump water through it until this white foam dissipates. We've got a glass here to check, because the preservative will actually float on the water, so you will see it if you put it in a glass, but at the moment we can see it's definitely still there. And it's starting to clear up. But as you can see, the flow from this filter system is incredibly good for a portable unit. Okay, there it's starting to look better. Let's take a sample and have a look. And we've got a little bit of bubbles, but it looks like the filter's been flushed clean. And it tastes good. You'll taste a little bit of a bitter taste if you still need to flush it a bit more. All right, so that's basically getting the unit ready to use. Let's go have a look what it actually can do and where you would actually use it. Okay, here we are at a random river, and to sort of illustrate the worst case scenario for where you would want to use something like this and give you a few tips on how to actually use it. We've already got the unit set up and it's been flushed, so no preservatives left to get rid of. What you want to do is this weighted part. Ideally, you want it to be not on the surface of the water, because on the surface you actually draw in more contaminants, and also you don't want it lying right at the bottom, because if it's lying right at the bottom, you're going to pull in sludge off the bottom, and then you're going to just run through filters a lot quicker than you need to. So we've got it sort of in the middle of the water flow. It's a fairly stagnant little river, this, but yes, let's start pumping some water through. Okay, and then let's get a glass. Ideally, you want someone to keep this thing in the right position for you. Let's have a look. Okay, and similar to what we saw with the municipal water, we still have a little bit of air bubbles left in here, but you can see the air bubbles are starting to dissipate from the bottom to the top. That's an easy way to tell whether it's air or whether it's something else you've got that came through in the filter. And then, yes, then the water's clean enough to drink. Tastes all right. All right, then once you've actually used your filter system for everything you want to use, then you need to clean it when you get home. And that's the next step. Let's show you how to do that. Okay, so now that we've filtered some river water through it, we pretty much know that there's going to be bacteria sitting in these filters. So the first step is to grab some aqua tabs, just the small tablet ones, get a bowl of water, toss one in there. Basically, the concept then is aqua tabs contains 3 different kinds of chlorine. It operates on a very wide pH range. So what we will do then is we want to run it through the unit to the point where we can smell a little bit of chlorine coming out on the outside, and then leave it for a few minutes to stand for the chlorine to have effect, and then you know everything has been sanitized through the system. The tablet will take a few minutes just to dissolve there. Then for storage of the unit, what you want is you want to preferably store everything dry. So once you've sanitized it, drained the unit completely, make sure all the pipes, everything is empty, because if the water just sits there, it's going to be a problem. But and then also the filters you want to actually take physically out of the containers here. Okay, now a few minutes later, it's a little bit of a hint of the aqua tab, but it's basically dissolved. You can smell a little bit of chlorine from the water here. Then we simply take our in for the filter there, deploy it, and then we want to pump some of this water through here. Then I want to just take a sample and just smell if I can smell the chlorine in here yet. Yeah, okay. So now we know that we've got chlorine throughout the whole system and in both filters. And then we can leave it to stand, preferably for about 20 to 30 minutes. Then you know everything is 100% sterile. If you need to do it quickly for some reason, a minute or two should be enough to get rid of the worst of it. But for extra safety, a little bit longer is a good idea. We can just empty the actual unit of water. Easiest is just putting that in there to stay clean. If we can use the pump to actually pump through the system. Okay, looks like we've got most of it there. To do now is remove the source pipe, remove the product pipe. This is a quick coupling connector. So this collar, you just need to push it back against the fitting, and then you can pull the pipe out. And there's a spanner provided in the kit for removing these. But I find hand tightening is normally enough. So we can remove the actual filter covers. First filter is sediment filter. This one will get dirty from the outside inwards. So you know it's time to replace if you start to see spotting on the inside, or if you can see that you're almost through the side of the wall of the filter. The little bit of water we pumped through it for the demo didn't really even make an effect on it. I'm just going to put that in the AquaTabs water. Then this filter is a little bit more tricky to get out. What I tend to do is just take a flat screwdriver bit and then you can wedge it out a little bit. Ideally what you want to do, this one we haven't done that with yet, So the first time you will struggle a bit is to take a little bit of Vaseline and just put it on the O-rings of the ultrafiltration membrane. It'll just make it easier to remove for the next time. But it's not too bad. Here we go. Basically, what ultrafiltration is, it's a hollow fiber membrane. So it looks like basically a bag of little tubes. And these tubes have 0.01 micron holes in on the side. And that is actually what's giving you the filtration. And then the open ends of the tube are all at the top. And again, I'm just going to make sure that is clean. If it's physically dirty, you can clean it off under a tap. I just wanted to make sure it gets everywhere, the chlorine water. And then you can put it somewhere to dry. And same with this unit. There should be a little bit of water left in here. Pour that out and just let everything stand for a little while to dry. And then you can pack it up and put it back in this little bag. And that's it. Happy camping.